What's up, y'all? B-Dub, the Anime Master, is back. Brand new video. Today's video topic is going to be Standard Definition Blu-ray, Dragon Ball, Dragon Ball Z, and Dragon Ball GT. Would you be okay with a Standard Definition Blu-ray release because Funimation/Crunchyroll can't seem to get it together? Intro start.
B-Dub, the Anime Master. B-Dub, the Anime Master. B-Dub, the Anime Master. B-Dub, the Anime Master. Dragon Ball Z, the Anime Master. B-Dub, the Anime Master. Dragon Ball Z, the Anime Master. B-Dub, the Anime Master.
So yeah, Standard Definition Blu-ray, Dragon Ball, Dragon Ball Z, and Dragon Ball GT. Now, hypothetically, would you be okay with a Standard Definition Blu-ray release similar to the various releases that Discotek Media puts out for some of their anime titles that can't get a proper high definition transfer or remaster? So yes, Dragon Ball getting a Standard Definition release. Now, currently there's no Blu-ray for Dragon Ball, the original OG Dragon Ball. Would I be okay with a Standard Definition Blu-ray release as of this video? Yes, and here's the reason why. Toei Animation is pretty damn lazy, and a full-fledged high-definition transfer of OG Dragon Ball doesn't seem to be on their radar anytime soon. So if Crunchyroll were to put out an SD Blu-ray of all the episodes, probably like on maybe 2 or 3 sets, and maybe use the Dragon Box Masters for these Standard Definition Blu-rays, I think that would be a pretty overall decent release for Dragon Ball. As far as Dragon Ball Z, what they could do with that one is that they can release the original old school 1999 untouched dub of Dragon Ball Z with the original narration, Dale Kelly, and all that good stuff on the Standard Definition Blu-rays, Faulkner Productions music, and etc., and use the Dragon Box Masters for those Standard Definition Blu-rays. Kind of call it like a nostalgia release or whatever, or the Toonami version of Dragon Ball Z, so to speak, because it'll be like uncut. But I think that'll be pretty cool. I think it has some interest as far as like fans will probably go out and buy that. I know they've been using the remastered dub since they've been doing the Orange Bricks, but the remastered dub has a lot of problems. I mean, the good stuff is the redubbing of season 3, except for, certain characters weren't redubbed. But season 3's redubbing, and, season 2, and, a little bit of season 4, like a little bit like that Garlic Jr. shit. But other than that, there's some, Faulkner Productions music replacement track errors. There's some missing lines, added lines, weird dialogue changes, and there's no voice filters for Super Boo and Android 19, and it's just kind of a strange dub track that feels unfinished on the Orange Brick DVDs, the first Dragon Ball Z Blu-rays, and the current shitty Blu-rays that they have out right now. That's why I said that if they were to do a Standard Definition Blu-ray release for Dragon Ball Z with the Dragon Box Video Masters, as far as the audio track is concerned, use the original 1999-2002 uncut English dub tracks that they had on the single DVDs before they started doing a bunch of like redubbing and recasting and all the extra shit. It's just my opinion. Plus, if it's on a Standard Definition Blu-ray, they can fit more episodes on a single disc, and possibly have the Toonami broadcast next episode previews. Finally, those are completely unavailable unless you go out and buy the ancient Dragon Ball Z single DVD releases. So those would be a cool thing to have if they were to do something like that. And they can do the same thing for Dragon Ball GT. There's no Blu-ray master for that. Use the Dragon Box Video Masters. Throw that on a Standard Definition Blu-ray. They can put all 64 episodes on one disc as far as Dragon Ball GT. Put back the original next episode previews, Japanese and English, and it'll be more of a complete release for Dragon Ball, Dragon Ball Z, and Dragon Ball GT. Just my opinion. If Crunchyroll really wanted to make some money, and they want to re-release Dragon Ball Z again, because that's what they do. They re-release Dragon Ball Z a lot. Put out OG Dragon Ball first, test the waters, and see how, how fans might, react to it. I think it's not a bad idea, especially if, Funimation, if Crunchyroll and Toei don't want to do a full high definition master because of the expense or whatever, and laziness. So put out a standard definition Blu-ray release. Dragon Box Video Masters, untouched, unredubbed audio tracks, and I think fans would be happy. So let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. What do you think? Do you think you would be okay with a standard definition Blu-ray release of Dragon Ball, Dragon Ball Z, and Dragon Ball GT? Or would you prefer a high definition transfer of Dragon Ball Z and OG Dragon Ball and Dragon Ball GT? Even though that would be kind of difficult for GT because I think they have like beta masters or some shit like that. I don't know. But anyway, let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Let me know what you think and what you would prefer. I am B-Dub, the Anime Master. Stay tuned for more anime, manga, and video game related videos. Peace. Follow me on social media. Follow me. Check out my Instagram, TikTok, and Twitter. I'm not going to call it X. Links are in the description. Check it out. Follow me there. Also, subscribe to the YouTube channel for more anime, manga, and video game videos.